Well, first of all, I think in Serbia we have a similar situation in terms that when we are talking about science in general, the situation is like 50-50. You have a relatively equal number of women in science as we do with men, and it also doesn't usually transfer to entrepreneurship or big tech companies for many reasons. I think I never gave this enough thought in order to be someone who I would consider a thought leader in this regard, so to speak. What I can say is that a possible reason that women are better at managing companies, especially in many cases big companies, is that women have a tendency, at least that's how I notice, and that's how it is when I look at my wife, to optimize more for longevity and for the future.
Right.
And usually in order to start a company, you need to be a crazy person. And it seems there are less crazy people in the female world. So unless this somehow changes, this is a very crazy and stressful job. I think it's also a big question, why do men actually want to do it? And that is probably a mass psychosis over men also in some way. We are not doing ourselves a favor in many ways. I think that also the fact is that we bootstrap the companies that you mentioned that we built and sold. All of these companies were bootstrapped companies, so we built them with our own money. I do believe that automation, AI, Web3, etc., can create types of jobs and leadership positions where you can maybe be a single person also to build a company or to build a job in the company that does not require 8 hours of physical presence or labor. And I do believe that for women, this is a very good position to be in the workplace, because usually when we talk about the reasons why companies might not promote women as often or want to fund women on their entrepreneurial journey, people start talking about women taking more career breaks. But if we are in a position where we can automate most of the things, then who cares about the career break? No one cares if you go to have a child, and don't work for 1 or 2 years, even because you can suddenly do all of your job within 2 hours. And then, as mentioned, who cares? Economically, it's not feasible to do it less. And usually, when it comes to women in the job market, technology was a big enabler because of these things, their ability to work more. However, I do have a problem with, us usually talking about technology in this particular case, about a way for other people to work more. I personally want to work less, and this is very important to me.